understood. I'm going to try to tell you the truth today. That doesn't sound good. Tomorrow might not be, but try to tell the truth all the time. And so the truth is, real estate is very hard. Now, do you believe that? If you're in real estate, you are. If you've been in it for any length of time. Now, maybe before you get in it, you might have been like me. Oh, that's easy. Well, I'll tell you another hard thing that I had to go through. I played high school football. We had a player in our county that we were going to play, and his name was Robert Brazil. Ever heard of him? Well, if you're in Houston, you've heard of him. And if you're in Mobile, where I am, you've heard of him. And I was going to have to face Robert Brazil. You know what his name is now? Dr. Doom. He's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I was going to have to face Dr. Doom. Just the thought of that was terrifying. But you know what? On the first play of the game, the kickoff. Now, I don't know why he was on the kickoff squad. You normally don't put your all-pro player there, but he was. And boy, in perfect Dr. Doom style, he's racing toward our little running back like a tiger to a piece of meat. He hits our running back. Oh my goodness. But he rolls over and breaks his arm. Now, I don't know about how you would have felt, but I felt I'm saved. But you know, it would have been better for me to face Dr. Doom. At least I would have known where I was. So the same thing in the real estate business. You got to face Dr. Doom, and that's the customer. Now, you can use all these avenues to get the leads, but you got to face Dr. Doom. You've got to be able to talk to the customer and convince them that you're the best person for the job, whether it's buying or selling. So, real estate is hard. I almost quit. I left my job. I have 3 children in the mortgage business. We taught all our agents to do this. So, you're not in the mortgage business. You can't do this. But now let's go back. You're now representing the buyer, and you're not representing the seller. So what do? You go back to this $9,600. You do just like that inexperienced agents do. They're just lazy. They said, okay, 6%, we'll just ask for 6%, okay? All right, no idea about the deal. All right, so we're going to go here. We're going to go back to 9,600, 9,600. Let's just put 0.00. I think it'll work anyway without it. All right, so now let's go back down. Oh, and guess what? We're still here at 5,600, and you have not made a penny more. Oh, but you are. Oh, but you are. You see this right here? 3389.01. Where does that go? Where does that go, Realtors? It goes in your pocket. It goes in your pocket. Now we got this. You don't do this. We'll have to unbowl this because you don't. We're going to show you how to get this accepted. This is all contingent on you getting it accepted. We're going to put 3389.01 where? Buyer's agency fee. Who's paying it? The seller. What was it? 3389.01. So let's go right here. 3389.01. Man, I'm a typing genius, aren't I? slow as anything, just like I run. Woo, 5,600. Buyer's happy. Buyer's happy. Seller may not be so much, but he's not going to have an agent to show him how to do all this right here. So you're going to make $33,8901. But look how low the sale amount is. In your area, it's probably much higher. And you won't have to use the full 6% to make a lot more money on every FHA sale. Even in our area, which is low, Alabama, we call it LA, Lower Alabama, in Mobile, where I'm from on the Gulf Coast, it's in the 300s. Now you could most of the houses are lower than 300 here, but probably where you live, it's different. But the FHA limit will be different. It'll be higher. It'll be 600, maybe even 700,000 in maybe Los Angeles or somewhere in California, New York, whatever. Wherever you are, you'll go with that higher figure. And then you can make a lot more money. I said 1,000 to 5,000 on the ad. It's more than that. You're going to get a lot more than that here. And you should. It's hard to be a realtor. Now, is it harder to make more on the initial sale or to go out and get a completely new customer? Which makes more sense to you? Well, if you say it's easier to go out and get a new customer, then hang up or get off the video right now, because you do not understand this. And it's kind of like the NFL of realtor. NFL stands not for long. You're not going to be in the real estate business for long. I'm sorry to speak so blunt. I should be kinder. But sometimes to make your point, it has to be forceful. And you're not buying anything right now. And so hopefully, but I better get nicer if you expect to use some other tools that we do charge for. Shocker. But they're inexpensive. I'll make you relax. $39 is what we're talking about. So just relax. You knew it was a trick. But you just can't tell everybody up front because they don't believe you know what you're talking about. See an old man up here that doesn't know anything. So we're not going to go into making you a mortgage broker, but we can if you want to. This here is used to be the guidelines 29 and 41. Well, it can be approved up to 50% now with automated underwriting. AU. I guess it's different from AI, but it's very similar. They take everything. Used to, you go by these ratios, and those were fixed. I sold a doctor a house that had $20,000 a month left over, but his debt ratio was over 41%. No, it's crazy. He had $20,000 left over each month and didn't get a loan. It was insane. So now that would never happen. He would sail through right now. So anyway, and here's another thing too. You can help your buyers. What is debt and what is income? Well, that's a simple. You know how to figure that. Well, do you? What if they're receiving a mortgage of $1,000 a month? Do you count it or do you not? Well, if it extends 3 years or more into the future, you can count it. If it doesn't, you can't. So if they're relying on something that's going to stop before 3 years, you can't count that as income. Really? Yeah. And if you get something with 10 or less payments, and it's not a significant payment, like a $900 car payment, that's significant. But if they got 10 payments left on a loan that's $200, $300, then that normally will not be counted against them because they're going to have that paid off by the time this mortgage gets into full swing. So there's a lot of different things. And some of it changes, but the automated underwriting, but this will give you a chance maybe to qualify your buyer before you take them out. If this figure here is over 50% and they don't have a lot of residual income, there's 3 C's in lending. It's called capacity, collateral, and credit. I almost forgot the last C. They got a credit score in the 700s, and they got some collateral. That's their down payment. And then their income is their capacity to make the payment. And you got to figure all that out. And this is based on those 3 things. It used to be character, but now they'll sell Adolf Hitler a house if he's got the other 3 C's. I'm sorry, that's a bad analogy, but he's a bad man. Used to, you'd say, well, you're a bad man, I'm not going to do business with you. But now, unless they're in jail or something, and I guess it could change. So we don't care about that. Maybe I do, but maybe you don't. So I like to do business with good people, but maybe we can help them to be better. Just like I'm going to help you to be a better realtor here too. Got it? So we're going to go back. And we're not sorry about that. See these low loan limits? This is over 300 almost everywhere now. It could be up to 600. See, high cost areas could be a lot more, like LA or New York. Okay. Everybody understand this? If you don't, you're going to get this tool, and I'm going to tell you now. So you can leave if you wish after this. You can go to landonkrigler.com. Amazing. And you can download this. And it's going to take Excel. We waited to the end to tell you that. But if you don't have Excel, get it. It's cheap. There's other templates that you can get that'll do a lot of things that, Google's Sheets. They're good, but the formulas here I don't think will work. I hadn't tried it. I'm sorry. But you can try it too in Google Sheets before you get Excel and see if it works. I don't think it will. This is better for formulas. See, all this, the payment and all that has to be figured. And I don't think Google Sheets. You can share Google Sheets and all, but you're not needing to share this. You just put it on your computer or on your laptop, whatever, and work with it with your buyer. All right.